Hey guys, it's Lewis, or the Gaming Rift here, and today I'm bringing you guys the top 5 best mutations to use in Grounded. A few days ago I covered the 5 worst mutations, and today I'll be bringing you guys my opinion for the top 5 best mutations that will assist you in your quest across the backyard. The mutations that made the list, guys, are either mutations with the most powerful or most potent bonuses to combat, or those that are viable in all situations, as you have some mutations that are good at one specific thing, and you also have those that are good at everything, and both will be considered for this list. If you think I missed a mutation or you disagree with the rankings, feel free to let me know your suggestions down below. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and without further ado, let us begin with the top 5. So, coming into the number 5 spot, we have good old Buff Lungs, and what this mutation does is quite simple. It just gives you a nice additional 50 stamina to your stamina meter, and I originally considered Meat Shield in favour of this spot. However, I think Buff Lungs takes it for 2 main reasons. Number 1, it gives you 50 stamina as opposed to 30 additional health, which in the grand scheme of things won't make too much of a difference in the late game, as enemies just start hitting way too hard. Stamina is more useful in every situation, not just combat, as you can see in the clips. When I'm using an Antlion Greatsword without the mutation, I can swing the weapon a grand total of 11 times before depleting the meter. However, with the mutation, I can swing the sword 2 additional times with a grand total of 13 swings. And those 2 additional swings make a massive difference. Not to mention, you'll run out of stamina slower in combat, which is more useful against larger opponents and against groups of enemies. You really don't want to be running out of stamina in Grounded. Not to mention, the stamina bonus will help in areas besides combat, such as exploration and building and things of that nature, which tips the scales in favour of Buff Lungs and makes it deserve the number 5 spot, in my opinion, as it essentially helps out everywhere. At the number 4 spot is Cardiofan, which boosts stamina regeneration speed by 20%, whilst also making your stamina deplete slower. This mutation has a very useful buff, as stamina management is essentially everything in Grounded, so regenerating it 20% faster is obviously a valuable buff. Not to mention, this mutation synchronizes very well with other stamina related mutations, including, Buff Lungs, Parimaster, Blademaster, and any other mutation like that, as this mutation will essentially make your stamina, almost never really run out, and even if it does, it will run out, or regenerate, much faster, making it very useful in my opinion, ever since it, got its rework, as before it wasn't really that good. The number 3 spot goes to Mutations, which, when fully leveled, will reduce poison damage by 75%. This perk is invaluable against spiders in Grounded, ranging from early game arachnids like the Orbweaver Jr. and Wolf Spider, to late game behemoths like the Infected Wolf Spider and the Broodmother boss fight. Essentially, you're handicapping yourself if you go spider hunting without Mutations, as poison is one of the Wolf Spider's greatest assets, and so negating it makes fighting them so much simpler. And what puts Mutations ahead of mutations such as Spicy Safety and Fresh Defense, which also provide defenses, is that it's by far the one you'll get the most use out of, and also this mutation I'm biased towards, as it kind of contributed when curing my arachnophobia. At the number 2 spot, we have Parimaster, which allows you to regain lost stamina upon landing a perfect block, or basically Grounded's equivalent of parrying. And in this clip, I use a fodder weapon to kill the wolf spider slower to show you how good the mutation is. And seriously, just watch my stamina. Even when fighting 2 insects at once, I never run out of stamina in this fight, providing I can land my perfect blocks, which I do. And this one takes by far the most amount of skill and experience out of the mutations featured on the list to get the most out of it. But after a while, you'll feel like a Jedi Master, rest assured. Seriously, this thing is broken. Last but not least, we have the number 1 spot, Kudi Gras, which boosts your critical hit chance by a whopping 25%. Seriously, where do we even begin with this one? Landing critical hits not only does a crap ton of damage, but it also interrupts the insect's attacks, effectively allowing weapons like swords and spears to stun targets, and it also makes clubs a nightmare for insects. And this mutation is by far the best for combat, as it essentially gives every weapon in the game a high chance at doing massive damage against every opponent in the game. It isn't situational like buff lungs, as it applies to every weapon and every insect, and it doesn't take skill like Parimaster, as all you need is a weapon and an opponent to attack. Combining Kudi Gras with the mutations on this list will allow you to effectively carve through even the toughest enemies' health bars with no problem, which I do against a roly-poly when, during my testing. Really, could it have been anything else? I doubt anyone will disagree with Kudi Gras taking the #1 spot as the best mutation in Grounded, and to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if this mutation gets a nerf when the full game releases. That being said though guys, I hope you enjoyed my list of the top 5 best mutations to use in Grounded. If you would agree with the choices or think that I missed a few mutations that deserve the list, do let me know in the comment section down below. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, as we are on the grind to 500 subscribers. Have a nice day guys, this is the Gaming Rift, signing out.